Please welcome, I would say, the Aamna Sharif, because I don't know what else to say for her. It's been 16 years, Aamna.
Wow, that's like a long time, isn't it?
And that show of yours, Kahin To Hoga, you became actually Kahin To Hogi for at least me. I don't know where you disappeared.
I didn't really disappear anywhere, but I think we didn't really have this sit-down interview for like the longest time, Vicky. Yeah.
Is it the first one you're doing for after?
Yes, after my comeback in Kasautii, this is the first time, yeah.
Thank you. So let's Kasautii से शुरू करते हैं.
जी.
What made Ekta sign you? What did she tell you when she called you that you are suited for this role? For what reason?
So frankly speaking, I've been listening to scripts like before I signed on to the show. I was listening to scripts like since almost a year and a half, but nothing that exciting for me to actually, because for me to make a comeback, people have a lot of expectations, and especially television. People have a lot of expectations from me, and I've had a break for about 4.5 years because the last project I shot was Wherein, and nothing was exciting me. And when I was offered this role, it just everything happened so fast that I didn't even get time to think about the whole thing, because I have my complete faith in Ekta. I know whenever she's offered me something, it has, touchwood, mashallah, always worked for me, and I know she exactly knows how to tap my potential as an actor. So I knew that she has seen something in me, because I guess again she was looking out for Komolika for quite some time.
Quite some time.
Yeah.
There were several auditions, several names.
Yes. But I was very skeptical because it's not that I've never played a grey character. I did play in Wherein, but this was out and out.
But that was not totally grey.
Come on, it was. It was for Ritesh's character to go all out.
Yeah, in contrast, yes.
Yeah. So yes, and I didn't think about it. I just said yes, and today we are here, and I'm so happy.
So what did she tell you? I mean, my question is that क्या बोला आपको कि मैं आपको sign कर रही हूँ किस लिए? Because I'm looking at the positive role in your debut serial.
Right.
And this is so much in contrast.
Right. I guess she knew that I had it in me somewhere, though I never played a negative role before, and for me to take it up was a very big challenge, because till now people have always seen me in that innocent, sweet, positive look, especially on television. So I guess I took it upon myself as a big challenge. It wasn't easy at all, Vicky. I've had sleepless nights because it does take a toll over you playing a negative character, because you have so much of negativity around you and you remove so much of negative emotions from within you. There are nights where I've not slept in a night because I'm a kind of a actor. I totally get into the skin of the character. So yeah, but all I would say it's a wonderful journey.
Tell me one scene which had a toll on you when you really thought that.
When I got the narration for the scene where I go to the hospital and Prerna's unconscious on the hospital bed, and I go and I'm going to kill her, and I actually enact where I remove the baby. I mean, I enact कि मैं तुम्हारा पेट ऐसे काटूंगी, उसमें से बच्चा निकालूंगी, and I stab the kid. That is the enaction of the whole thing, and I love kids. And I'm a very sensitive person because I'm Cancerian, so you can imagine I'm a very emotional person. For me to enact that scene and get into the whole sequence, it took me a while, 2 to 3 days to actually get into the whole thing. When I took the narrative, I've not slept. I'm like, okay, fine, this is the way I have to portray the whole thing. And I was so overwhelmed with the response that I got from my team when they saw the sequence and on the sets. So yeah, the only word I think my director said that people are going to hate you after this. So I guess that.
So the apprehension largely was the shift from Kahin To Hoga, the positive character, to the.
Not really, but
like you said, you were skeptical.
When you've never done a negative role, it's not easy. I think it's the most, now after doing this character or this role, I feel it's the most difficult to emote negative emotions, because you never do that in your personal life. It's easier, it's simpler. But again, I would say I'm thoroughly enjoying it because there's so much to do. I can do anything with the character. It's not that I have to think and it goes in one dimension that I have to be sweet and I have to be smiling. I can be sweet, I can be smiling, and luckily I'm playing 2 characters, as Sonalika and Komolika.
Yeah.
So there's so much for me as an actor to do this, and I can't thank Ekta enough for her to have the faith in me that I would be able to do something like this.
I don't think she needs a casting director. When I sometimes see her shows, no?
Yeah.
I don't think she needs a casting director. But was it also a challenge for you because you were getting into a role which was earlier done by Hina Khan, who also had made a mark, you know, to an extent.
So frankly, I purposely didn't see any of the episodes. I mean, though when I
Done by
signed
her.
none of her. I mean, none of the episodes of Kasautii I saw because I wanted to come with an open mindset. As an actor, when you see a person enacting the same role that you're going to be doing, I feel, you know, you go with the mindset, acha, the person has acted this way, the person has done this. So automatically, you subconsciously also, I feel, you try to be like that character, what has been played by a particular person. So I didn't want that. I just wanted to come with a clean slate. I wanted to, though she's done a fabulous job after I joined Kahi To Hoga and I saw few of the episodes, and I think she was brilliant.
After you joined
As
Kasautii.
Komolika, yeah.
Kahi To Hoga is so inherent to you.
Yeah.
So then, have you had a chat with her anytime? Has she called you? Has she
Never.
messaged
But
you?
she's always spoken so well, and she's a fabulous actor. I mean, we all know that. Yeah.
So the look when you decided, I mean, the
Right.
look which we had for Urvashi, I remember in the original,
Right, yeah.
was something very dramatic.
Right.
And I think almost for Hina also, but slightly subtle it was compared to Urvashi.
Yeah.
So you had your ideas going into it, or was it just what
I
Ekta
have
ordered?
completely. I just feel that you know, one should leave their thing to their department. Like, in the sense, I've completely left it to my stylist and my designer, and I think they're doing a fabulous job. So I don't really get into that. For me, what is more important is for me to act as an actor, as a performer. Rest, I think everybody is there in their own thing to set the whole look up.
So you must have received response on social media.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Was there a section of people saying that no, Hina is better?
Of course, because that is inevitable. There are a set of fans which have already been there, and when she's played the character so fabulously.
Yeah, in the initial days, I
Yeah.
think I
Yeah.
read a few of those.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, did it demotivate you at some point?
Not really, not I was prepared for it, I guess.
Okay. So now when you go out,
Yeah.
so जब भी कोई autograph लेता है या दौड़ता हुआ आता है, what do they tell you? Kashish, or what do they tell
I
you?
think now it's Komolika. I'm so happy because for all the years it has been Kashish. I mean, not that I have any, I mean, Kashish will always be close to me, and I hope that we have something like a Kashish and Sujal again. Yeah.
Explain this break to me, you know,
Right.
from after the
So it was
the
just a
show
break.
ended and you did a few shows here and
Right.
there, which somehow didn't click too well. Then you did a movie called Aloo Chaat, I remember, which
Yes.
also withered away, didn't
Right.
register well. What was happening? I mean, did you take a conscious break and said, okay,
No, I took a conscious break after Equilin, which relatively did really well for me. In fact, I got a lot of offers.
No, you were very good in that.
Yes, but I took a break for, for my family. I wanted to give importance to my family at that point, and it was a conscious decision from my end to take that break. And yeah, I knew at some point I would be getting back to work, but I didn't really know the exact date or day or when it would be. But yes, and finally I decided, made up my mind.
You didn't try to go for 2 more movies? I mean, after Equilin especially, wasn't there the temptation of, okay, let the family
Yes, it was.
wait?
Temptation is always there, but it's just that how headstrong you are, and when you it just happens, you know, when you just make up your mind, okay, fine, this is the time I need to take a break from my family, and this is the time I need to work, and now I'm back with it.
And now, don't be political, I must get the love story from you. How did you fall in love with Amit? And where you met him? I want all the details.
So yeah, we've been friends for, we were friends for very long. We were friends for about 3.5 years. In fact, he was one of my closest friends, and we didn't really date each other. He just one fine day just proposed to me, and we decided, okay, fine, we already know each other for so long. So we just decided to just take the plunge and get married.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are the other plans now? Are you gravitating towards web shows? I read somewhere that
yeah,
you're also
there are a couple of
inclined.
things which are, I mean, we are still in discussion, but definitely next things that, I mean, the next project that I would be doing would be a web show, and I'm also looking at films, but nothing as of now that I can say, okay, fine, Vicky, I'm doing this or that. Very soon you'll get to know.
So you okay with the bold content on web shows, or will you be drawing a line?
I don't know, it depends upon the script. So if I really like something, probably, I mean, it has to justify the script.
You must have refused some offers, I'm just guessing, some shows, especially after Kahin To Hoga.
Right.
That gap which you had till 2010 until you married, and 2000, I think around the
Post
same
Kahi
time
To
Equilin
Hoga,
came. Yeah.
And then I got onto films. There are some projects that didn't work out for me. I mean, it's not that I kept on refusing. There were some projects which I really liked, but it somehow they didn't materialize. And post the film, I had to take a gap for quite some time because I was being told that probably, if you need to take up another project, you need to take a break. So that break didn't really work for me because I didn't have the right person to guide me in the industry. How do I go about it? It was completely new for me. Television is something that I started off my career with. So, but I have no regrets. I've learned a lot in that break. There were times where I really wanted to do a particular project, but it didn't work for me. So there have been a lot of projects that it's not that I only refused everything. At times I have also been like rejected or things have not worked out.
Coming back to your married life, how do you manage it now? Who's looking after the son? Do you have a good support system at home?
Oh yes, of course. Everything works out.
Or are you worried and calling up 10 times in a day?
No. I guess once you make up your mind, you have to come, you have to work. I guess everything just falls into place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So movies के लिए क्या कर रहे हैं आप? मतलब what's the strategy? I mean,
there's no strategy. I guess that medium, that
are you
that
having
gap
a manager
between
who's going out and meeting the filmmakers and saying okay?
So yeah, I have my team in place. We are meeting people, and definitely once things works out. Again, I'm saying there's no that gap which was there earlier, probably when I made my debut, where a television actor from television is going to film. I think that gap is really like disappeared now. So a lot of people, I mean, a lot of my colleagues who are doing films and they're doing like very good projects. So I guess yeah, it's the medium is really open and they're accepting people from any field.
How are you with social media? Because I haven't seen you getting much trolled.
Right.
In contrast to others.
So I am.
What's the? I mean, क्या किया ऐसा आपने जो आप
कुछ भी नहीं किया है मैंने. I am actually a very reserved person. In fact, I just got on with Instagram. But yeah, I am myself on social media. I just feel that, I mean, I don't try to like be someone else. I just try to be myself. And I'm so happy with the love and support I get from the fans and the people who love me. And it's amazing. It just feels so good and positive.
Is Aamna still so obsessed with fashion, clothes?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Because
that is not going to be, no, that is not going to be taken away from me.
Yeah, you had some 600 shoes.
No, not that many. I was quite.
I thought there must be nearly 5,000 today.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, but I'm very, I love wearing good things. It need not be a big brand. It could be anything, but I just like to dress up well. It's always been my forte.
Plans for a second baby?
Right now, concentrating only on work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you, Aamna.
Thank
it's been a pleasure
so
talking to you, and we must keep meeting more often.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.